this experiment is called the saltwater density experiment, and it's kind of to simulate freshwater versus ocean or saltwater. And for this experiment, you're going to need 4 cups, plain water, water with sugar in it, water with salt, and water with baking soda. The salt and baking soda should dissolve almost completely unless you add more and become saturated, but the sugar is not supposed to dissolve completely. And then the plain water is going to act as a control. I'm going to be using these clear plastic jewels. That's why I added food coloring to the cups, so if you guys can see better what the jewels look like when they're added into the different mediums of water. What should happen is in the salt water and baking soda mixed water, the jewels should float, and in the sugar and plain water, the jewels should sink. This is in plain water, as you can see, it sunk. This is in sugar water, sank. Salt water, they've risen to the top. Baking soda, they're starting to rise up to the top, but for now, they're kind of stuck in the middle. And that happens when you've added just enough baking soda and water, so there's like an equal mix. I initially added 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 2 for sugar, and nothing in the control, which is plain water. And so right now, the clear jewels are just floating in the middle. That's when you know you've added just about enough, but normally they should be floating. In the salt water, they're definitely going to be floating because that's how it works with ocean versus freshwater. And the reason for this is density. The water is more dense in this case, which is why things in salt water and baking soda water tend to float, versus in the sugar water, the jewels sank to the bottom, and in the controller plain water, they also sank, which is how it is in fresh water.